Okay, it's your buddy Mike Messier. I'm here at the Georgia Guidestones, and I feel like I've had some type of experience. I don't know how to quantify that experience. Sometimes adrenaline or anticipation can accelerate feelings, emotions, and I feel like that could be part of this experience that I've driven so far to get here. It's really quite in the middle of nowhere. The sky couldn't be more beautiful. So could that be raising the value of this experience? If it was raining and pouring, would I feel the same type of adrenaline? And I'm trying to register all that, but all I can do is tell you that I'm here now at the Georgia Guidestones. I happen to be the only person here, which might have an effect. The weather is, this is my type of weather, folks. It's kind of a beautiful blue sky. I don't think you could ask for a more beautiful situation. I don't know if I'm on the ground of righteousness, evil, or just something in between. I would have to explore this land deeper. I'd have to do more research. I'm not sure. I can tell you there's a certain calmness here and a certain majesty. However, I will say this, I feel as if this could possibly be a facade environment, meaning that these words, which are interesting, I don't know about this 500 million people thing, you know, who knows? There's a lot of things here to digest, and we could look at it as a piece of art, for instance. We could look at this as a man-made piece of art. However, it's taking quite the bold approach of offering guide points to living, and I don't necessarily, and actually don't agree with many of them, especially the first one off the bat. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature, leave room for nature. What do I disagree with? The population control off the bat, and the new language I'm a little concerned on, and I believe it said something about a court. I want to find that one. Here it is. This is probably the one that's throwing me. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Okay, maybe, so we're saying a court of the world to resolve disputes between nations that have a dispute. Maybe I don't disagree with that. Maybe it's really to maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Well, population can be an issue. But how do you control that without saying that you're just going to kill people? I don't understand. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. I'm not opposed to that. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Unite humanity with a living new language. Now, some have theorized that this is offering guideposts for a new society. Would our society leave us? And I don't know what to say. I've brought my own book here, A Distance from Avalon, When the Dying and the Dead Reunite, a book that I wrote myself. You can purchase it or not. I mean, I'm not going to write 15 guideposts on whether or not you should buy my book, although I would like you to and enjoy it. Also written as a stage play, a screenplay. But I do feel a sense of accomplishment having come here. Being here, I feel, is an accomplishment for me personally. And I'm happy to share this experience on the Mike Messier YouTube channel. And I might put this on Vimeo. I guess I will. My Vimeo channel also has things. Of course, for those of you who don't know me, I'm at this current moment, an award-winning filmmaker. Out of modesty, I won't say how many awards. But it's because I'm willing to go to places that others might think of, but not follow up on. Others might look at this on Wikipedia or discuss it, but not go to it. I'm here. I'm having quite the feeling. I don't want to leave. There's a certain sense of not wanting to leave once one is here. It's like I don't want to go. It's like it's drawn me in, and now I feel centered in some way here, as if there's some type of thing that's brought me here that's yet to be, like there's something I have to, something that's waiting, like it's almost like I'm being tested, as if there's a process of which, or maybe it's just a resolve, like just maybe it's not that at all. It's I have a certain sense of like this is the cusp of something, but I have very little idea or none of what it could be. It's as if I could show you this wonderful landscape and share with you that it feels as if like that movie, as if there's a field of visions, field of dreams over there. Yet I know that were I to walk there physically, I would just be walking in grass. So I almost respect that zone and don't do so. But I feel as if there's physical limitations of my body, the flesh, that is just kind of keeping me here, whereas my spirit or my soul might be projecting outwardly, and perhaps in realms and in areas of the psyche that cannot be fully captured on video on a subconscious level, which might affect, with an E, my writing in the future, my thoughts, my perspective of the world, or it might not. I mean, this is kind of like a sensation or a experience that you feel. Is this going to change me, or in 2 hours will I just be eating a pizza and sitting on a couch? It's hard to say. It's hard to say if this is a permanent change or a temporal situation. But I do feel on many levels, I'm glad I'm here. I feel like this is quite a powerful situation. I will say this. I think if I had arrived at any other moment, if the view with this wonderful blue sky had been different or not quite as magnificent. If there had been people here, other people with children talking, or with loud people having a picnic, I don't think I would have experienced this. So there is possibility that it's the experience of getting here, hit with the striking nature of the Georgia Guidestones, that is elevating the experience. That's a possibility. That's why I've said a few times, this could be a facade. It could be a facade of creating something bigger than what it truly is, or it could be truly that big. It's hard, and maybe it's not necessary to determine that. So we don't know. But I feel as if a certain level of anxiety or a certain level of excitement has been rewarded with a certain level of calm, and perhaps a clickening, an awakening, as it were. I do share with my book, A Distance from Avalon, because Joe appears as just another Joe with a chip on his shoulder. If we even notice the chip, we may not choose to notice Joe himself, and that would be our mistake, because this Joe, our very average Joe, has tapped into something, that crinkle in our understanding of time, the nature of time, and the possibilities of how we think and how we make choices that affects ourselves, others, and all of humanity. Joe Average is a very important person after all. Joe Humble is our hero in crisis.